Greetings from Music City, USA. It's me again. Had a bit of a cold, like many people out there, I think. Had crazy weather, man. It was 78 degrees the other day, and it's 31 right now. So, I mean, it's just been. It was great while it lasted, but it's the middle of December, you know. Didn't really feel like Christmas. I was working in t-shirt and shorts just 2 days ago. So crazy, man. Good thing global warming's just a myth, because otherwise we'd be in trouble, I think. You know, rest in peace, Scott Weiland. You know, for all his pretentiousness, and he was a pretty good front man. And it is a shame that he went out, man. I saw a couple of his last interviews, and actually a friend of mine had me a ticket to go see the Wildabouts. They were about to play here in just a couple weeks, but they played here not even a year ago, and a friend of mine had me a ticket to go, but I had to work, and he went, you know, and it was a bit of a train wreck. But anyway, I digress. Got a pretty good stack of records here for the last week or two, so week and a half. Yeah, I got more than I deserve, so let me start real quick. I'm going to start off today's lesson with Bloody Hammers. I think it's their third studio album, I believe. Yeah, I like these guys, you know. Black Sabbath being one of my favorite bands of all time. Of course, I like Doom, but you know, there's a lot of Doom bands I just don't like, and I don't know what the difference is between the ones I do like and I don't like. I don't know. There's just something. Some of them I just almost can't stand, and some of them I really like. And these guys, you know, they do the doomy, gothy thing. I don't goth so much. You know, it's hard rock, heavy metal. Yeah, doom, I guess, is the best way to describe it. I love this label. You probably can't see it. I know the light in here sucks, but it's a really cool, old school looking label. Got some chick with the goat head on there, and kind of remind me of, oh my god, I can't think of the name of the band. There's another band that does a lot of they do a lot of like a horror movie songs based on horror movies and stuff. But anyway, yeah, this Anders Manga, this cat right here, looks like he's dead. He's like the main dude, vocals, bass, guitar, drums, you know. This chick plays some keys, but he hails from Transylvania County, North Carolina. Another southern boy, but I don't know. I really dig it. You know, if you like that kind of thing, then check it out for sure. Had to get this, man. I haven't had this on vinyl ever, and I used to love this shit. You know, they had the 7-inch for Milk. Came out on Record Store Day Part 2, Black Friday, and it got me thinking about SOD, man. And yeah, I used to love this, man. I still do. I mean, and honestly, this sounds awesome. Yeah, you know, I was afraid it might be muddled in the mix, but no, it's got the nice camouflage, brown and green splatter, or whatever you call that. Yeah, very happy with the way that sounds, and I mean, you know, what can you say? SOD, man, you know, Anthrax and Billy Milano from MOD. It's Scott, Charlie, and Dan. right, from Anthrax, and then Billy Milano from SOD, or MOD. Good stuff, good stuff. This is another upgrade. I'm gonna show all my albums from this group one of these days, soon hopefully. But this is the Plasmatics. Yeah, Beyond the Valley of 1984. Probably my favorite. Yeah, my favorite single Plasmatics album. Like, you know, Wendy O. Williams, her solo stuff after the Plasmatics is really good, man. I mean, totally overlooked and underappreciated, I believe. You know, hers was a sad tale for sure. But, you know, I seem like such a down-to-earth, sweet chick, man. If you watch, like, the old interviews with her, I love that, the late-night show that she did. It was actually, when this came out, they did Headbanger and Master Plan. Actually, they're on there twice, because I think the first time they went on, they did The Pig is a Pig. Because that was right after the cops beat the shit out of her. I don't remember, Cleveland or somewhere. And she had a big court case. You know, it was a pretty big deal back in the early 80s. But yeah, Plasmatics, Wendy O, Beyond the Valley of 1984. If you don't have it, get it. Okay, here's one that I've put off getting for a long time, because I heard a lot of smack about the mix and the way that it sounds. I'm very happy with it, and my God, what a heavy freaking jacket this thing is in. But this is Pantera, Far Beyond Driven, and this is the original brown label cover that they were going to use before they changed it to that. And I don't really see anything wrong with that, do you? I mean, what's going on here? Oh my God. Yeah, it's pretty disturbing, really. I'm surprised you can get away with it still today. But okay. But yeah, man, this thing is, I mean, this is like a refrigerator box, man. This shit is so thick. You know, I don't know, for some reason, oh my God, Pantera gets a bad rap, and I've always stood up for Pantera, because I loved them, man. I saw them 3 times back in the day. I saw them at Ozfest, I saw them for Vulgar Display, and I saw them for this album. And I mean, the whole place, dude, the whole place was just, I seen them once in Atlanta, and my God, man, the whole place was just on fire, man. It was just a huge mosh pit. Now, I've got to say, you know, it's kind of funny. I got this, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm sitting here last night. I don't watch a whole lot of TV anymore, especially TV with commercials. And I'll be damned, I'm like in the kitchen and I hear I'm Broken playing on the TV. I run in here and I see what's up, and it was a Hardee's commercial. Fucking Hardee's commercial, man. I mean, and you know, I don't know. I don't know what to think about stuff like that. You know, one part of me says, you know, screw it, man. It's money. Hopefully that, you know, these guys are making that. It's hard in the music industry nowadays, I'm sure. I know it is, you know, with all this digital music that, you know, it's not tangible and people don't go by. I mean, I'm guilty, you know. I've got a couple hard drives in there with over 900 albums, you know, that I've downloaded, and I didn't pay for one of them. But a lot of those albums, you know, if I like one good enough, I do go out and buy it. You know, that's the difference. I mean, honestly, I can't stand if it's an album that I love. I won't just have it, you know, MP3 version. I've got to have something tangible that I can touch. And I don't know, it's just like books are the same way nowadays. But I don't know, you know, it was a big deal. It's been going on for a long time, you know. I mean, supposedly the Doors, you know, back in the day on the movie, they pulled up the whole big Light My Fire deal. And I remember in the late 80s or around 1990 when Nike played the Revolution on a Nike commercial, and a lot of people were like, oh wow, John Lennon's rolling over in his grave because, this is not what Revolution was not written to sell sneakers, Which, I can see the argument, but at the same time, it's a business, man. I don't give a shit, really. But it was I was taken aback to hear freaking Pantera on a Hardee's fast food commercial. It just, I don't know. Okay, this is one of my favorite albums, man. I love this album. I've loved it since it came out. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Murder Ballads. Can't believe I've never had it on vinyl until now. A bit disappointed because it is a double album and it's in a single. I hate double albums that are not in a gatefold, man, because, you have to. I've still got the shrink on this, but, you have to basically take one out and keep it behind it. Otherwise, you're going to get ring wear or you're going to get seam splits. And, I don't know, I think it's just kind of cheap to try to cram two albums in one sleeve. And again, you get that whole, bent up deal. It just sucks. But anyway, the album sounds awesome. Sounds really, really good. I had like 3 download cards in here. They're in there somewhere. But, one thing that, damn it, it's on the turntable. Yeah, hang on one second. Okay. Okay, I've had this happen before. Sorry, I've seen this before, but to me it's a waste, and it's kind of chintzy too, man. This is side 3 or side C, and this is side D. And it's just nothing, man. I mean, they just waste the whole side. I mean, got a couple big scratches on it, but I mean, I'm not much for etchings or anything, but throw something on it, We're gonna have just dead wax on one side of the album. But, I don't know, that's just a bitch that I have about, that kind of thing. But once again, love this. If you haven't ever heard this, man, check out, The Curse of Millhaven, or O'Malley's Bar. O'Malley's Bar is awesome. And you probably heard his version of Staggerly. It's pretty well known. 93 to 95, this was recorded. Okay, trying to speed up here. Striper to Help the Devil. This is the second album cover. They took off the original. Everybody knows the story, blah, blah, blah. Found this last week. Super duper mint shape. It was still in the shrink. I took the shrink off because it was ripping, but man, it's just a dead mint copy. I didn't have it on vinyl, so yeah, had to get it. Added to the collection. White Dog. Triturate. I don't know. I bet I'm the only one on the. I'm probably the only one that ever showed this. I think there was 500 copies, and this was a blind buy. I had no idea who it was. As a matter of fact, I had to do some research. I'm like, okay. I found out that there's only 500 copies. To grind to a fine powder is what triturate means. Triturate, whatever the hell. No radio station in the world would ever play it, and no charming home-edited tributes exist on YouTube. It's a hellishly intense, deeply disturbing record that deserves a wider audience. But first, prepare yourself. There is no vintage nightclub weirdness or religious hippiedom. No oddball psych pop or far-flung folk here. This is only immense, dissonant noise and unwavering ear punishment. I mean, with a review like that, you have to buy the damn thing, right? This is a brutal record. So, hey. But it's a 5-piece from Austin, Texas, and it's a bunch of fucking noise is what it is, I'm not really into that, but, hey, I'll give anything a try. So, yeah, if you run across it, I don't know. Make up your own decision on that one. Okay, this is another one. This was another blind buy. I got these. They were just ridiculously cheap, and I thought, what the hell? This was brand new. I just opened it earlier. This is Hank 4. Hank 4, it's like, Roman numerals, IV. Has nothing to do with Hank Williams and that whole clan. It's on Silk Breeze. And, okay, this one's weird, man. It's good. I've only spun it once. It reminds me of, I think, I don't know if it was them that described themselves as they're from San Francisco. They called it San Francisco Panic Skiffle, a San Francisco Panic Skiffle rock band. I don't really see that, but the lead singer was from Colorado. He sang for a band. Bumcon in the early 80s, and the other members were in bands in San Francisco, like the Icky Boyfriends and the Resonators. So anyway, it's one good description was that it's like a combination of the Dead Kennedys and Steppenwolf. It's twin guitars, and I don't know, to me it kind of sounded like a punked out Thin Lizzy kind of vibe going on, I think it's going to grow on me, well worth the $3-4 I paid for it. And another one, this is the last of the 3 blind buys for the week. New Ruins, We Make Our Own Bad Luck. And a Hidden Agenda record, 2009. These guys, I think I made a note over here somewhere. No, I didn't. It's really, I think this is their second album. It's 2 guys mainly that does everything, and it's lo-fi indie rock, pretty much. It reminds me a lot of Dinosaur Jr., Sebado, Sonic Youthy, but like the downer kind of stuff, man. Don't listen to this shit depressed, because it's a bit of a bummer. But if you like any of those bands I mentioned, Sebado, Dinosaur Jr., Sonic Youth, give it a try. Here's one I bet nobody's ever heard of here. This is a band called Rush. This was a live album that they put out, a little known live album called Exit Stage Left. Much like the cartoon, the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. No, I got this the other day, man. Talk about dead mint stuff, man. This is an original copy. My God, man, it is so mint that when you open the gatefold, it goes, and it won't even open all the way. It's like that. I don't think whoever had this never ever listened to it, or maybe they listened to it once and that was it. But so this was, I've got a decent copy, but just seeing this for the price it was and for the condition it was in, I had to grab it. This was a much needed upgrade. Once again, one of my favorite bands of all time. Probably their most well-known album of all time, Black Sabbath. This is just the newer pressing. It's on the old, it's got the old green Warner Brother label. But just something I've been needing for a while, because I've got two copies, 2 original pressings of this, but they're both in pretty bad shape. It's another collection I'll have to show. My Black Sabbath and my Motorhead albums. One of these days, I'm gonna do a show on those. There's another band. I keep running into these guys' albums out in the wild, except for the 1 or 2 early ones I would really like to have. This is Y&T. I showed something, 1 or 2 of theirs that I got just a while back. But this was, I don't think I showed this. If I did, I'm sorry. But, this was their trip into hair metal dumb. Contagious, yeah. LA Rocks. It's really, I mean, I understand, man. It was the time. And at the time, I bought this album when it came out, 87? 87? And, and I really liked it. And there's some good songs on it still. I mean, obviously, I bought the damn thing again. But, super duper mint copy again. I ran into some great vinyl this week as far as condition wise. But yeah, if you're into metal, you know who YNT are, and you know they kind of went through 2 or 3 changes in style. I'm almost finished here. Pick this up. This is a compilation decibel vinyl cuts sampler. It's got Red Fang, Chelsea Grin, Pathology, I Declare War, Jungle Rot, Toxic Holocaust, Trapped Under Ice, Ringworm, Attila, Emir, and OTEP. This is from 2011 for promotional use only. And yeah, it's a pretty good compilation, you know. It's on this weird looking splatter. I don't know if you can even tell that it's a marbly, splattery, mustard looking color. But paid $2 for it, you know. And it's yeah, it's for $2. Can't beat that. Okay. This is Kamen Rider, Last Wave Rockers. This one, I was surprised that I found this one actually out in the wild, like I did. This is from 1999. It's Jesse. Can't remember his last name, but the lead singer for Operation Ivy, the extremely popular after their time ska punk band from Oakland, California, who ended up being Rancid after the lead singer. They broke up. The lead singer went on and eventually formed Kamen Rider, whereas Lars and Tim Armstrong, Lars Fredrickson, whatever, and Matt whatever, went on to form Rancid. This is a lot more, I guess I would say this is truer to Operation Ivy. Classics of Love is just a straightforward ska, beachy ska sounding song, I guess. And you know, the album, it's just like, if you know, you've definitely got to like that kind of stuff. If you're not into ska or like something like Operation Ivy. If you like Operation Ivy, you'll like this. If you don't, you probably won't. The Blasters. I remember seeing these guys. The first time I saw these guys was on New Wave Theater. My dad had a bunch of videotapes of the New Wave Theater that used to be filmed in Los Angeles back in the early 80s. And found a lot of great New Wave bands. And these guys got caught up in the New Wave, you know, hype, and were classified as New Wave. Really, they were a rockabilly band. They're straight up rockabilly band. And a damn good one, you know, great, I don't know, I love the Blasters. This is a really good album, man. It's got American Music, I'm Shaken, Border Radio, So Long Baby Goodbye, Marie, my God, man. I mean, yeah, the whole side one is like, the whole album's great. But if you like rockabilly, that kind of thing, this is from 81. It is on Slash Records. This is an original Slash print. I don't know if it's been reissued. As far as I know, it hasn't. Unfortunately, it's got a big bite taken out of it here, but yeah. Blasters, glad to find that one. Had a copy years ago. And last, for some reason, Thomas Dolby. Hey man, I grew up in the 80s, so I've got a soft spot for 80s music, and this is a great, you know, this is, to me, this is kind of audiophile shit, you know, the golden age of wireless. You know, it's got She Blinded Me With Science, Radio Silence, yeah, Europa and the Pirate Twins. It really is. This is a great sounding album, and once again, just a beautiful copy that I got here. It looks like it's one. That's just part of how it looks, but yeah, really, really happy to add this one to the collection as well. So yeah, I'm expecting a bunch more stuff in the mail the next couple of days, and I just sent out a couple of things to a couple people. They'll be going out first thing in the morning. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and yeah, we will see you next time. Be good. If I don't talk to you, then Merry Christmas.